right. Hey, welcome into the debut episode, what I'm calling the OG Hour with Cody McClure. Shout out, one of the legends in the Knoxville radio game, Cody McClure. If you don't know, we got a lot of cousins, a lot of followers of the show, Cody now, but many probably were not on board when we first started because I think it was just you and I. We were the only downloads because you were the original co-host of that SEC podcast, man. It's been too long. How are you?
I'm doing good, brother. It's good to hear from you. I'm excited about doing this over football season. You're right. I was the original, but now it's like nobody cares because back then there were now you and cousin Shane have run this thing a cultural phenomenon. So I always tell the guys around the office here, it was a bad career decision by me. I don't even remember what happened. I think it just I don't know if we got tired of it or I quit showing up or something. But you guys have taken a hell of a step forward. So, but it's good to finally be back on, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, again, we don't hold anything back, or we don't hold it against you. You know what I mean? So as we rise, we'll try to get you back as often as we can, get you to rise with us. But maybe for all the cousins out there, Cody, that are listening to you on this platform for the first time, can you give them a little spiel of your background, what you do now, and how they can follow you on social media and such?
Yeah, I'm working over here in Knoxville. I'm at me and cousin Shane actually have a pretty similar profile when you just look at our stature and our fandom and kind of where we're at, where we come from. But uh, I went to UT. I've been in Knoxville for 12 years or so now, I guess, on and off. But did a little brief stint in I did moved to Nashville for a couple of years and then a little brief stint in California and brief stint in Texas. And by brief, I mean about 6 months total. So, and then, I had to get back over here to God's. The Lord called me home back to East Tennessee, I guess. So I'm working here, Fox Sports Knoxville, fan run radio. Been doing this on and off for 8 years, I guess. So this is it's pretty much home now,
Right. And I know, at least I was told that you were trying to be a stand-up comedian. Now, is that something you actually pursued, or is that just something you thought sounded cool and you didn't really pursue it?
Yeah, I failed, I guess. No, I thought I'd get back to the stand-up scene when I got back to Knoxville, but I haven't really done it yet. And I blamed it last year on the fact that it was football season and it's kind of hard to get out there and do that. But really, I think it was just more so than anything on my part. I mean, I did it in Austin for 3 months, got some laughs, got some silence. You know how it goes. I like to perform live on the strip, So that's something that me and Richard Pryor have in common. We've both done stand-up.
Well, your internet is pretty awesome. I'll give you a heads up for that. Mr. Brasden says that McDonald's Wi-Fi is bad.
Is it me?
It's definitely. Yep. I can confirm it's your internet.
Lagging.
Yeah. It looks like you're on dial-up internet, is what they're saying. So we're off to a great start. Vol Tiger says your internet is definitely a joke.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Heath says, "Yep, you're definitely in East Tennessee."
Get on there.
Michael Riley says your Wi-Fi is as good as Napier's fourth down calls.
I got 5G and
That's a little bit better.
I think it's under hidden network.
No, it shouldn't be. It says allow others to join.
Well, these technical difficulties are a bitch, folks. Let's get an eye towards week 1 in the SEC. Can't wait for Cody to weigh in on these games if we ever get him connected back on. But Auburn, Baylor, I think Shane and I are going to do a live watch along during that game, 7:00 Eastern, 6 Central. It's going to be nationally televised on Fox. Man, good Lord, if Hugh Freeze loses that one, that's going to be I think this is the hot seat bowl, the hottest of hot seats here in the SEC week 1. I don't know many other coaches that could catch more hell than old Hugh Freeze if he drops this one in the opener. Jackson Arnold, I mean, he's under as much of I don't know if a hot seat, but he's going to be under the microscope as much as Hugh Freeze, I would think, going into this matchup Friday night. Cannot wait for that. That's going to be one hell of a game. Texas, Georgia, or excuse me, Texas, Georgia, Texas, Ohio State. That's all, man. How's Fox getting all these damn games? That's what I'd like to know. That seems like some bullshit to me. But ESPN, we gotta step up our deal and get better contracts here. Get more of these games on a platform that I recognize. But man, that's going to be one hell of a game. Very curious to get Cody's thoughts on Tennessee, Syracuse. Hey, thank you, Cheesy Scrum. He gave us $2 for this fella's integrator. Michael Riley says, hey, y'all going to take a shot every time Hugh switches quarterbacks in that game? God, I'll tell you what, if I'm feeling up to it, my health is back at 100%, I think that's a plan right there, Michael Riley. I mean, we might be shithoused by the fourth quarter if we're switching quarterbacks every time. I think it's just going to be the Jackson Arnold show. I really do. But I think that's a vow that I'm willing to make. I'll take a shot if Hugh switches quarterbacks. And God, now I can just imagine it now. They're going to bring out the freshman Deuce Knight and roll his ass out for packages. He's probably going to get 10 different snaps. If that happens, all right, yeah, because I'm already envisioning it. That we can't take a shot every time they do that. But if like they bench Jackson Arnold and put in a different quarterback, yes, I will take a shot. And then if Hugh benches the backup, they got Ashton Daniels too, Stanford transfer. He's got some starting experience. If they are legit benching quarterbacks, I will take a shot every time. Because hopefully, he said they got 3 quarterbacks, right? So hopefully they don't have a fourth. So I shouldn't have to be taking more than 3 shots at most. All right, I think we got Cody back.
I'm back, Mike. Hopefully, my hope is better than ever.
Yes,
I think our Wi-Fi just shit out here at the.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I mean this is
better?
Yes, it is slightly better. I'll give you.
Okay, well, sorry. We've switched over to a hotspot here, and
okay.
I'm hoping this will be better than the studio Wi-Fi.
Okay, well, hey, let's get on with the show then, Cody, because I wanted to ask you about something that you are on an island about. And again, this is why we got you on, because you got great takes, original thoughts. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe at SEC Media Days, Tennessee got a single vote to win the Southeastern Conference this year, and I believe the person that voted for them was Mr. Cody McClure.
That's right, Mike. Now, some would say that I just did it to be some sort of a humorist, some sort of a jokester, jester's privilege, they call it around the office here. Now, I like Tennessee. I think Tennessee's actually got some things cooking that could send them into that conversation. Now, to actually win the SEC, do I believe that? On tequila at that point, but I think that the quarterback is obviously something that's going to either send you over the top or hold you back. That will remain to be seen, but limb to do. I thought it wouldn't be funny if I was the only one who did this, because you can always see the votes afterwards. And turned out I was. So, but Joey Aguilar, he'll be the difference either way. I think the defense is good enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I'll tell you this, Cody, because I'm sure you probably are unaware of this, but you are not the first member of this show that has been a sole vote for someone to win the conference. Cousin Shane, a couple of years back, he was the only person in the media, and he didn't do it as a troll. He legit thought Texas A&M could win the Southeastern Conference, and that was the year they lost Appalachian State week 1 and went 5-7. So if that's any indication, Tennessee is in for one hell of a rocky year. You know what?
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that week 1 result against Syracuse goes, when it's in double overtime, and I'm reminded of where we were in the preseason. But, A&M, I mean, I got to say with Shane, I mean, A&M had the talent that year, right? They've always got the talent. They just never live up to the expectations. So, I mean, he was probably on the right. His thinking probably wasn't too far off logically there. It's just 7 years or whatever.
Right. And then another again, time is a flat circle, I mean, it's wild how things work out, Cody. And I don't know if you recall this or not, but I will, for the rest of my life, I don't think I'll ever be able to forget this, but kind of the origins of this show, a lot of it centered around John Gruden and the Grumors, because I think it started when, I guess it would have been Butch Jones got fired at Tennessee, and I was just enamored with John Gruden coming and being Tennessee's head coach. And now we got you back on, and wouldn't you know it, the damn Grumors are back. And you have ties to Arkansas, which is seemingly the program that most wants John Gruden now. What's your thoughts on the return of the Grumors? Do you think there's any shot in hell that John Gruden, whether it's Arkansas, whether it's any SEC program, any shot that he's a head coach in the Southeastern Conference in the near future?
Man, I mean, Gruden, I think it'd be a lot of fun. He does these unboxing episodes now. I mean, every day or two, he's getting some new gear in from some new school. Some James Madison swimming and diving sends him a box full of shower caps or whatever it is they wear in the pool. I mean, he's always getting some new stuff. He's always fun. I would assume Gruden will get back into the game at some point, but after everything that went down in the NFL, I feel like he's going to be kind of shadow banned, if you will, from the NFL. So honestly, I could see him getting in on the college game. I think he's one of those guys that's just addicted to the game, and he loves to coach. And I don't know that a big name school would want to take that shot first. Like I kind of see him more as getting in kind of that upper middle tier, as like a, Boston College or a Wake Forest or somebody like that, maybe Power 4. But I mean, if you're a big time SEC school, do you go right in on Gruden? I think Tennessee was willing to do it back in the day. I think the more that we've learned over the last few years, those Grumors, there was some truth there. It didn't quite work out, but I mean, if you're Arkansas, or I tell you who else, Mike, I mean, if Hugh Freeze ends up getting the can this year, Auburn will take a shot at him. Auburn would be a great school. That's who I'd keep an eye on.
Well, hey, let's stick on that theme, because I love trolling old Hugh Freeze. That we do have a game on Thursday, but it's Central Arkansas, Missouri. I mean, Missouri's going to beat the shit out of that team. The first game that everybody's really fired up about is Friday, Auburn at Baylor. What's your thoughts on that one? And I mean, could you see Auburn going down? And if they do, I mean, how bad is that going to be for old Hugh? Got you? You still there? My question was so good, he's dead silent.
A little bit of that, but I didn't hear exactly. Let me see if I can refresh here. But God damn
it! See, I started. Fall Tiger said you left him speechless. I mean, that's what I tend to do. You know what? I can leave people speechless with these damn questions I got here on that SEC. Just put a boy and his dog just put me on. Yep. Okay. We've lost Cody. So this is off to one hell of a start. You know, I figured he told me he'd be locked in at the radio station. I figured they had internet at the radio station. Maybe that was my mistake. My mistake for thinking they got internet at a radio station, but is what it is. Mike A says, come on, let's FaceTime. Maybe that's what we ought to do. Maybe we just do Cousin Colin show while we wait for old. So, he had to pause to get his bucket of gifts. Oh my God. I'll hang up and listen. Jet says to point your Starlink north, Cody. Cousin Finn says they don't have internet in Knoxville. That's probably true. Boy and his dog, appreciate you, Solo Mike. It can be fun. I got to be drinking though for this for Solo to be fun. I got to be shit faced, and right now I'm sick, so it's not very enjoyable for me to just sit here and spiel. Cody, do we got your back now? Long time listener, first time FaceTimer. The comments are getting me through this one, just so you guys know, so keep them coming. I appreciate you. I'm trying to entertain you during lunch hour. Shane gets you morning, I'll get you lunch, and then hopefully we'll be back in the evening. Maybe by evening, Cody's internet will be back up and working. I don't know. Yeah, someone, for the love of God, please get me some purple drink. I would appreciate it. I think Cody has officially shit the bed over there with his Wi-Fi. Yes, Cousin Sven. Okay, he sent me an email. Maybe that's what we do. I just read emails on the show. What do y'all think Coach O is up to? I think Coach O is trying to get back into college football. And I have heard that. How about this? Because I think John Summerall, I think he's a hell of a coach. That's going to be fascinating. I'm sorry to get sidetracked here, but that's kind of how my brain is working right now while I'm ill. I think people are going to find out come September 20th when Tulane goes to Ole Miss. I think, again, do I think Tulane's going to beat Ole Miss? No, because Tulane lost. If you're a G5 coach, you're kind of screwed. You know, they found a quarterback, they got a quarterback, and then they just lose them to Duke, right? And they lost their running back. They lost a lot of pieces. So I'm not sitting here saying that Tulane is going to threaten Ole Miss, although they could threaten. But are they going to be, 4 quarters in it? I don't think so. But if God forbid they do beat Ole Miss, that's really going to open people's eyes up, I think, to John Summerall. I think he is a future head coach. So I say all that to say, whether it's a Kentucky, whether it's an Auburn, wherever it is, John Summerall, I think, will be one of the next hires to come to the SEC. And then, boom, there you go. Tulane's open for Coach O down there in New Orleans. I think that makes a lot of sense. I could see Coach O being the next coach of Tulane. He's a hell of a recruiter. I'll tell you that. Just like Cody. Cody's a hell of a recruiter too. I can hear you now, Cody. Can you hear us? I don't think Cody can hear us. He must have bad-mouthed Cracker Barrel, and they got to him. Here's a great question from Mike A. What is one unforgivable loss for? Oh man, that might take me a long time to get through, but an unforgivable loss for each team. Are we saying could be any game? Because I mean, it's kind of easy. You can just pick some of the shitty non-conference opponents that each one got, or are we saying if we stick it maybe to conference? I think that's kind of a more fun way to do it. You know what? So let's do just conference games. I do appreciate the question, Mike A. We might have Cody back. He's trying, folks. I can see him in the background. But unforgivable for Alabama. Again, I'm just doing conference, right? I think it's Vanderbilt. After losing to him for the first time in 40 years, you cannot lose that game. If you're Kalen DeBoer, you lose to Vanderbilt again, your ass is grass. Arkansas, I think, again, and I'm just doing conference games here. Unforgivable loss, I think Mississippi State at home. Given how poor Mississippi State was last year, I don't think that's forgivable. Auburn, probably Kentucky. Kentucky at home. You lose to Mark Stoops and Kentucky at home. I mean, this is when you should be getting your hottest because, there's a real opportunity. Auburn's like 3-2 or 2-3 to start out, or hell, probably even worse because we got Georgia coming up. But after Georgia, you could go on a heater. You should be on a Mizzou, at Arkansas, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Mercer. You should be on a 5-game winning streak going into Alabama, but you drop it right in the middle there. Kentucky at home, your ass is grass. Florida, unforgivable conference loss. Mississippi State at home would be awful. How about Georgia? I mean, for Georgia, it's damn near any of them, right? Because they're high standards. But I think Mississippi State is number one on that list of most unforgivable. Kentucky, well, they're all. All right, this is what I'll cheat, and I'll say because I think most people have them losing every conference game. So unforgivable will be Tennessee Tech or Eastern Michigan. LSU, what's a conference game? Unforgivable loss? I mean, Vanderbilt is a candidate, but I really think it's Florida. I keep telling, I was just on Feinbaum. I was telling him, Florida's, I think, is an unforgivable loss for LSU. It's at home. You never lose to them at home. You could have had Billy Napier. You thought you were too good for Billy Napier. He's coming in there. If you lose to Florida, I think you're fucked. If you're Brian Kelly, how about Missouri? And for Missouri, it's Kansas for sure. But again, I'm sticking to conference games here. I think it's got to be Mississippi State at home. There's no excuse for them to beat you. How about Ole Miss? Unforgivable loss would be probably Kentucky. You can't lose to Kentucky 2 years in a row. That would be unforgivable. How about Hail State? Alcorn. That would be the only one. Sorry, Hail State. Oklahoma, unforgivable loss. I'm trying to do conference play here. I think Auburn with Jackson Arnold. You cannot lose that game. If you're Brett Venables and company, you should be fucking fired. If you lose to Auburn, probably. South Carolina. They own Vanderbilt's ass, so I think that would be Vanderbilt. Tennessee. I think it would be Mississippi State, probably. Texas. I would think it would be at Kentucky, at Mississippi State for sure. A&M, give me unforgivable loss for A&M would be Mississippi State, and then Vanderbilt, unforgivable loss, Auburn. Can't be losing to Auburn. Cody, we got you back. I can hear you. I can't see you.
Mike, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but okay. I haven't even heard you lag yet. And the first 20 minutes of this, I could barely hear the questions you were asking. So
nice.
It feels like it's clear now, audio wise. You're saying now you can't see me though?
Now you're like a void. I'm just staring into space, but you are crystal clear. I will give you that.
It is crystal clear at the moment. I'll see if I can figure out the video. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is with that, but so you were going through the schedule there, talking about the
most unforgivable losses that each team can have. And
Oh, nice.
Jet's got a suggestion here, Cody. He says, please turn on the lights.
Turn on the lights. Everything else is good. Hey, the audio is good, man. It's one thing at a time here. I mean, I'm like I'm basically a caveman. I'm no better than a caveman. So
Right.
So easy a caveman can do it. Not my case.
I'm starting to figure out why this didn't work out with us.
Yeah, honestly, if I remember, I feel like this had a lot to do with it. I feel like the content was fine. I think we enjoyed each other's company, everything. It was more so I don't know how to Zoom because I'm a fucking idiot. So let's see if we can do the video. Okay, camera. Okay, give me a second here. We're working on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's keep talking. I'll see if I can find the video.
Okay. But yeah, that was a hell of a question by Mike A. So maybe hit us up. You got anything else while Cody is searches for the light switch there. Yeah, unforgivable. I guess. I mean, Texas. Yeah, I think I flubbed on that. Someone said Oklahoma's unforgivable. That would be an unforgivable loss for Texas fans, but A&M is probably the real answer there for sure. Unforgivable. There's a lot because hell, Texas. We had who was it yesterday? I think it was Matt Hookham said, it's national championship or bust. So I don't even think any of these are excusable for old Texas fans here, but it kind of is what it is, So I appreciate this one, Jason Lewis. What's he's at? Mike, would you go to Ireland next year if Tennessee was playing a week 0 game? I think I would. I think I'd go if it was any SEC team. I really would. I almost went a couple of years ago. I couldn't afford it, but when Vanderbilt played at Hawaii, I really wanted to go to that. And that was Vanderbilt whooped their ass too. So that would have been. We had boots on the ground flying Hawaii, and he lives in Hawaii. He was out. He was there for that one. But yeah, any SEC team wants to go to Dublin, even though, quite honestly, I'm kind of against the Dublin week 0 game. Doesn't really, I don't know why we cater to Dublin. This is damn America's game over here. Let's do it offshore. Doesn't make a ton of sense. But if an SEC team plays, I will go. I promise you that. I have to get my passport. What? All right, shout out kids. What makes Texas such a strong team this year? I mean, have you heard? Have you heard the news? Have you heard of this guy, Arch Manning, upgrade over Quinn Ewers, who was the highest rated recruit, I think, of all time? But no, seriously, Texas, I mean, what makes them strong is, I believe, I don't have the numbers in front of me. I don't study recruiting like I used to, but stacking class upon class upon class upon class of elite recruiting. That's the key to all of this. That's how Georgia's been elite. That's how Bama's been elite. Now Texas has followed that blueprint. It's 2 back-to-back years of making the semifinals in the college football playoff. That's part of it. And staff retention. They have a hell of a defensive coordinator. And Sarkisian is a hell of an offensive play caller. You throw all that together, and then, oh, by the way, one of the more manageable SEC slates. I mean, it's the perfect combination for hype. I know they lost a lot of talent, but there's not a whole lot of super teams anymore, and then they get whoever the hell they want out of the portal too. So all that to say, I think we got them. Are you back, Cody? Can you hear us?
I hear you. It's clear. The light is on, and I have fresh in.
Uh-oh. Now the audio is poor
there's
again.
A lag.
Yeah. Go back to what you did before. Turn the lights off. Stephen Lasson is at home staring at his Arch poster. Stephen Lasson will be back tonight, unless his internet /
See what I can do.
We are just, I don't know. Is there a internet outages throughout the country, or maybe it is me. When every guest has an internet problem, it's probably my problem. Now that I think about it, can you hear us, Cody?
I hear you, Mike. Am I clear here?
Oh, no, sir. The audio is quite choppy again.
Because it might be me trying to run the video that's causing the trouble.
I think it's just your whole operation over there, if I had
This
to
is
guess.
the beauty of live. Yeah, the whole fucking thing. Yeah. This is the beauty of live. This is what you get.
Right.
This is us on the radio every morning. Yeah.
But no, this is slightly better. So, but yeah, nobody needs to look at you. I mean, I think if anything, that's just hurting the views. You know what I mean? So,
this might be a little bit better if I turn the video off. We'll see.
Okay. So how's everything else on your end, Cody, besides your technical difficulties here?
Well, to the audience, they planning to get better over here.
They're asking, what is your prediction for Tennessee this year before you cut out again?
I think 9-3 is my number. I believe that this team. I believe that the floor that I've heard talking about Tennessee having a season from hell, 7-5, 6-6. I mean, just be the ball doesn't bounce your way. The difference in 7 and 9 wins, but I really think with Josh Heupel's pro in 2023 with Joe Milton at quarterback, what the floor is going to be in the Heupel tenure. I believe Tennessee as a program is just so much better than anything that they've had coach-wise in the previous decade and a half. So 8-4 to me is the floor. I think 10 basically just because Alabama and Florida are on the road. The way that I look at the schedule, it's why I hate the odd year schedule for Tennessee, because I don't think Georgia is all that winnable. And so to me, having your hardest game be the home game that you need to win is much more difficult in the odd years when Tennessee has to go at Florida and Alabama. To me, that indicates a much lower likelihood of getting that big home win. So I think Georgia I'm penciling down as a loss, and then Alabama and Florida on the road. But that's where I'd have Tennessee right now.
Okay, and then how about just
if
off the top?
You hear that at all?
Yeah, no, it sounded fantastic. What analysis by you? But is there a team that you think is maybe will exceed expectations, and however you want to define that, whether preseason rankings or whatever, but a team that you think in the SEC will do far better than most are projecting, who would that team be? I don't think he's going to answer us. I think he's that pissed off at his internet. But who will that team be? So, it's good to know it wasn't the video that was causing the issue. I didn't think it would. But what is this show now? This show is, I should just call this technical difficulties with Cody McClure, because that's pretty much what this is. I can.
We're clear. We're crystal clear right now, Mike.
Okay, so who's your team that's going to exceed expectations, Cody?
I think for me this year it's LSU.
Ooh,
I'm high on the Tigers. I don't know if exceeding would necessarily be the right word, just just because I know the standard's going to be high there. Any of those skill players they've got, I think Brian Kelly's going to take a step this year, automatically would be a better start than he's ever had at LSU. So I think LSU has the path to the playoff this year, and they're kind of my, we can't call it a dark horse because, again, the standard's too high. It's LSU, but I look at them as a team that should be 7-1 through those first 8. I mean, you might lose the game at Ole Miss. Like I said, I think they're going to beat Clemson, so I'm standing by that. And then you got Alabama on the road. You probably lose that one, but that schedule looks like 10-2 to me. Alabama.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think LSU is going to win the rest of those games. It might come down to this week 1 Clemson game on whether or not LSU is a playoff team.
Ooh, I like that. All right, so that is same question to you. But reverse it. Which SEC team will fail to live up? Underperform, I guess is the way to say it.
Vanderbilt will underperform.
Team. I don't know what it is about these East Tennessee guys, but they fucking hate Vanderbilt. What did Vanderbilt ever do to them? What technologies? He's trying to find the Cracker Barrel logo. Enough said. Keep it simple. God, you guys are cracking me up. Maybe the show should just be you guys cracking jokes because that's probably not great audio, but it is fantastic video over here. Dial-up internet. Yeah, we lost Cody again. So Vanderbilt is going to underperform. LSU overperform. I do like that, though, because that's the complete opposite of my opinion on both of those teams. So that's what I'm attempting to do here. We are failing miserably at this attempt, but that's what I'm attempting to do is bring you guys different opinions, different perspectives on the SEC. Yeah, you probably think that this is like high level production. No, this is as low production on the internet as we can get. Morse code, yes, as Foul Ming would say. We'll have Cody send in his pics via Morse code next week if he finds internet. I don't know. Boy and his dog says this is like the debates last year. Thankfully, I missed those, but I'll take your word for it. Just a Cousin Collins show, the Paul Feinbaum 2.0, but instead it's just you guys texting in. So, Cousin Rick, appreciate you. Get some plastic cups with a string. That would actually work better than whatever the hell we're trying to do here today. Cousin Mike says, just get Cody in the chat. I'll just ask the questions. He can chat. He can answer them via chat. I mean, that would work better than what we're currently trying to pull off. Maybe maybe we do it from his phone. I don't know. Maybe that's a better alternative. I don't know. I hope every show's not this awful, but I could call him, but I'm on the internet right now. So it is what it is. Anything else here? I was hoping to go a full hour here. Maybe, I don't see it doesn't work that way, guys. I mean, I could call him, but then there'd be a crazy echo, and then it would be super lag. He has texted me though. He says, bit of a lag. Yep, we got that, Cody. And then he said, should be better, hopefully. Nope, it wasn't. And then he said, sorry, buddy, total disaster over here. I'll send him a pigeon. Maybe that'll work. What else? I don't know. I think he may. Yeah, mailbag question. Shoot with some mailbag questions here. I really need to blow my nose, which would be probably better radio or video than what you're currently getting. Yeah, it's killing me too, buddy. But hey, we got your back here, Cody. Back to the town. See, Ollie's an OG. He knows Cody. He was here when Cody
Shit, I don't know, man.
Here.
I mean,
hey, we got you. You sound great.
Yeah, I mean, that's good if I sound good. The problem is I can't really comprehend what you're saying. I hear like every 6 words. So,
Gotcha.
maybe, I mean, we'll see here for a couple of minutes. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm doing the best I can here. It's just, I mean, it's a miserable situation to be in. You just feel helpless.
Yeah. Well, we don't blame you, Cody. I'll let you know. It's technology. It happens.
Mark twice if you're in Milwaukee. I just want people to know that we're going to be better next week. If this doesn't work out in the next couple of minutes, I'm sorry. I appreciate you having the opportunity, and clearly I'm taking the best of it here, making the best of it. But if it doesn't work out, I'll do everything I can to make it work.
And we could also we could try the phone. I know you would have asked about that earlier. Phone does work, but in my experience, computer works better. But that's an option. You know what? Shout out Ollie for this is another OG comment for anybody that
we'll give.
Cody, we used to have Shane read the reviews. Maybe Cody could do that. Lesson learned. KFC's got bad Wi-Fi. Yep, which that is also true. Shout out 420. This live stream is going about as good as Tennessee football season. Well, the season ain't even started yet. So don't be negative. Don't be negative 420. Maybe I'm just dead wrong. I probably am. I usually am about Tennessee. Cody's pretty optimistic about him. I think he said 9-3. Redo the upsets list. We could redo them. Yeah. I think I took that graphic off of here though, so I don't have it with me. Cousin Rick, I appreciate the donation. Appreciate the comment though. He's gone. He's back. He's gone. I think he's trying from his phone now. So we'll see if that does anything. Too many mood gummies. Oh no, I'm sober sober is a strong word here. I'm on, what am I on? Dayquil, Mucinex. I got sore throat spray and ibuprofen. So as long as you're still considered sober on all that, I'm still sober. I don't know if we can shout out Mike. Hey, if we get Kobe back, let's see if he thinks Vol Nation will help support hype if they have a bad season. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Beetlejuice. Dayquil is elite. Yep, I'm living it. All right, shout out Big. Here's a question. My question is your opinion. Is in your opinion, what does Mizzou have to do to gain acceptance in the SEC? Multiple 10-win seasons that they do, and constantly recruiting well, and we're redoing our stadium. Just got to keep winning, big dog. Just got to keep on winning. That's how you're going to gain some respect, because I don't know. I said it this weekend. It is the damnedest thing where, like, Missouri cannot get any respect. It literally doesn't matter to the fan base. If they win a game, it's just excuse after excuse after excuse of why they can't beat Mizzou. And it's not even the fans. Or, I mean, it certainly is the fans, but it kind of blows my mind that it's the media. We've had Arkansas media, Oklahoma media, South Carolina media, Tennessee media. I'm trying to think of any others that come to mind. Hell, probably Kentucky. Yeah, certainly Kentucky media. I mean, not even the media respects Missouri. And I don't know. I don't get it. but you just got to keep winning, I think. Well, Mike A says it's called winning titles. That would help. That would certainly help. But it's easier said than done, as Oklahoma found out first season in the SEC. Missouri's a more winning program in this conference than Oklahoma is. And Oklahoma fans don't want to admit that, but I know it's just been 1 year. This year will really kind of determine that, but we'll see. Joel Panther says that we don't want to be accepted. It's our thing to be unaccepted. I get you. Yes, thank you, Tim. Sickness everywhere. I don't even go out that much, so I don't know how I got sick, but Ollie says Missouri needs to move their state to the south of the East. That would also help gain some acceptance in this conference. Jesse, live show, middle of the day. Yes, sir. That's the plan all football season. Cody, who is not here, but he was kind of here for about 20, 25 minutes of today. Tomorrow will be Roush in the middle of the day. Wednesday, we're going to have Steven Lasson. Everybody loves Steven, right? So he'll be in the middle of the day on Wednesday. And then Thursday, Chris Marler. So that's a lineup this football season. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to have live shows in the middle of the day. Nothing's changing with the evening shows. That's going to be same as always. 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central, every single day. And then morning shows. I've got hopefully many, many more morning shows. So yeah, we're trying to get as much content as we can. That we're off to a rough start. Mike, is that predicted top 4 finishing SEC behind your head? No, it is not. I don't have Oklahoma or Missouri in the top 4. Although maybe we should try to figure that out. Maybe we should. The only thing is I don't know how we would organize them 1 through 16. That would be kind of cool if we gave the teams at the top placement. Maybe we do that this year. Maybe we do that. Anything else? I'm really suffering over here. I didn't know I was going to have to talk this whole time. That's why we have guests on, so we can hear them talk. When can the weather guy come back? He's coming back. Cousin James Bryant, shout out KATV, Little Rock down there, Arkansas. He will be back this season, so it'll be a little crazy this week 1, obviously, because there's a Thursday game, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, games all over the place. It'll be a lot easier starting week 2 when it's just Saturday games and obviously from there on out. So we have been in communication with Cousin James. He will be back this season to give out the weather report. Really, really appreciated his contributions last season. I think it really added something to the preview shows. So he will be back for that. Appreciate you, Cousin Jesse. I love all the Oklahoma fans. They're out on Marler because he's out on them. But again, that's all I'm trying to do is bring you different perspectives. Not everybody loves Oklahoma. That's okay. Not everybody loves Texas. That's okay. And on and on and on. We need different takes from different people. And I think that's fun. And because one of us is going to be wrong, one of us is going to be right. And there's going to be all kinds of craziness to discuss. Oh, yeah. Shout out Mike. All right. Or Steven Up. Sorry. Missed all that with all the madness with Cody. Let's get to the cousins. JR. Oh, how can we forget? JR, the legend. I think this was like 2 hours ago.
Legend, Cousin JR has done it again.
Uh-oh. It's over here playing. Sorry. The legend JR is gifted. I'm trying to see who. Now that may be difficult to track down. But we do appreciate JR, the legend, and Steven Up. I'm really struggling right now.
Always
Okay.
showing up for them boys in Tuscaloosa. It's Steven Up. Roll Tide.
Thank you, Steven Up. Thank you. JR, so sorry I missed all that. It's kind of a lot going on over here, but we do appreciate the donations. Anyone give me a heads up on who they gifted to? That would be helpful. there is no rest, Cousin Rick. It's football time. It's SEC football time. And man, we got one hell of a slate this weekend. It's going to be pretty awesome. I am running out of steam here quickly though. 420. Well, okay, I get the name now. He's telling me to take some THC gummies. That will not help me get any work done. Jesse is saying drink some Tennessee Legends to get over that cold. Again, big fan of Tennessee Legend. I don't know if that's going to help me get over this though. So, I think that's going to do it because I'm about to pass out here. It's hit me pretty hard right now. So we will be back tonight, hopefully. I mean, my internet, we're doing all this trolling. It'd be funny if my internet went out, but fingers crossed, my internet's back up. Steven Lassen, his internet's fine. I checked with him this morning. He and I will be back tonight, 7 o'clock, 6 Eastern. And for not going a full hour, Steven and I always go on a huge deep dive. So be tuned in later tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out, even though we had all these technical difficulties. Trying to give you a great show. Oh, shout out Cousin Rick. Just gave us $10. Each week I pray for all the teams to avoid injuries, etc. And I need to pray for the Yes, you do. Thank you, Cousin Rick. Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate you. Holly says, great interview. Yeah, I don't know about that. But it was a fun interview. We'll say that. But we'll be back later tonight. Recap or preview the huge week 1 in the SEC with Steven Lassen, who knows the teams outside the conference a hell of a lot better than Shane and I. So you're going to want to stay locked in for this one. Until then, I'm going to go blow my nose. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Hey, buddy, this beer's for you, Mike, and Cousin Shane. That SEC podcast loves the Pirate, and the Pirate loves that SEC podcast. Hail State.